So here what I have today is a new MTConnect online validator. This one features a much larger set of useful features in comparison to what was out previously. And yeah, so I'm just going to demo this. I'm trying to figure out an appropriate, I think as long as I don't say where these XML files are coming from, I should be okay, right?
Um, yeah, it should be fine. Also, if you're not disparaging the sources, it's less of an issue.
Yeah, as long as they're not offended by whatever this tool displays. So, all right. I'll go ahead and upload this one. So to use the online validator, you can simply navigate to it and upload your file. In this case, I just dropped an XML file into the interface. For those less fluent in MTConnect, the XML that I'm referring to is a response from the MTConnect agent. So this is the data that your monitoring systems would be working with. It's been kind of touched on throughout the demo day today, as well as during the SE meeting, but implementations are not created alike. Often when we as integrators are implementing our monitoring solutions or installing new adapters, we've encountered a lot of errors over the years. So this validation tool we developed to help ease our own workflow in making sure that when we add these adapters to our system, we're not going to completely destroy our monitoring software with non-compliant implementations. So again, I'm just going to iterate here that the purpose of this validator is not to throw anybody under the bus. It is simply just to highlight what issues may occur in an implementation. And the whole goal here is to make these issues aware so that we can slowly chip away at the issues. So in this case, I've uploaded this document, and this particular profile has access to review this comprehensive report. So when I uploaded the devices response document, which is essentially the probe, it's also relative to the reference agent's device configuration file. It says to me here that the errors and warnings and messages, I have 4 errors, 0 warnings and messages, and it gives me a full list of all of the errors that it discovered from that document. So there's a pretty concise description of what the error is, the severity, and there's also a link. So if you click on that link, it might take a second the first time. But when you click on that link, it basically highlights the element in the document. This is redo this here. But we are in public beta right now, as of right now. So I just re-uploaded that. It's the same document. But I'm going to go into a different view here, see if that helps. There it is. Okay. Beta. Okay, so in the beta here, you see that we actually improved this report so that when you click on the item, it jumps you straight to the item that you clicked on. In this case, it's showing a large set of squigglies, just like in a word processing document. In this case, it's because the system has a blank ID. It's missing an ID. So that caused the whole component structure to be highlighted with an issue. If we just look at an individual issue on a specific data item in this device document, you see that the clock time is not defined. Okay. So another improvement to this version of the validator is that we linked it up with the model browser. So you can click on certain components of, or like elements of the XML structure to essentially run a search on the model browser. So in this case, I double clicked on clock time just to verify, like, is this actually an issue? And let's see, it says that it's 1.5 was the detected version and clock time was inputted in 1.2. Okay. So let's see if I actually read the error here. I'm doing this all live, right? So the actual error is that it's not found in the sample. So if I look at the model browser, the error is correct. Clock time is not listed under event or under sample types. It's an event type. So that's what the issue is. And then also this error, units must be included when you're using a sample. In this case, it's a moot point because it should be an event. And once you change it to an event, this error will resolve itself. So again, in the XML browser, I'm just going to highlight again that you can basically click on a lot of different nodes. It's typically like the node name and then the value of certain attributes. So particularly the category, type, subtype, units, things like that, you can double click on and it should bring you into the model browser to review. This updated interface also, you kind of saw it before, but I navigated away from the home page and it allows me to review my previous uploads. So at any point I can go back and review this upload and I can add some additional metadata for my own clarity. Like this is from the X. And then I'll just add a note like, resolve block time from sample into event. So I had a little note for myself. If I were to manually edit that, and let's see, just change this to an event. I'll save over that. I can re-upload the file. It basically holds like a certain level of revision control. So when I uploaded this new version of the document, I have a reference to the previous record, the validation record. So when I changed that category from sample to event, you see it resolved those two errors that I said it would. And then I can, continue making notes and say, I don't know, resolved. What I can also do is I can share these documents publicly. So this means that the link up here, I can actually share that in the window. And anybody can navigate to it and see the results. They will not have access to update anything, but yeah. Any questions? I think I'll also state, so I mentioned this is a public beta. We will be releasing this full version beginning of next year. There's some additional features I can't quite demo at this point. They are working, but I just don't have the right data stream to appropriately showcase. But there is an API in the background, so you can programmatically send documents to the validator, and you receive a JSON response of the validation results, like a yay or nay plus the messages. And then we're also working on an auditing service that will, in real time, connect to one or more agents. And if there's any validation errors in the current interval request, it will automatically send those documents for validation, and you can review those from your profile. That is it.
Thanks, Trey. You want to put the URL and contact information in the chat?
Yeah, oh, I posted it to the wrong person. Okay, so this is that public link, and then the link to the validator. Like I said, right now, until the end of the year, we're going to be in a beta. So if you want to use the comprehensive reporting, just reach out to me. At Trais at tams.ai, and I can see what I can do.